Welcome friends to YouTube channel of Way to Profits. In this video, I am going to discuss about Gann Square of 9 calculator. I will share what are the realities and what are the myths associated with Gann Square of 9. So let's begin. First, let me give brief introduction of a person who has developed Gann Square of 9. Mr. William Delbert Gann, or popularly known as W.D. Gann, has developed a Gann Square of 9. He came into limelight when in the summer 1909 he predicted that September wheat would sell at around $1.2. Post that, also he has astounded people by taking number of successful trades. Looking at his roaring success, obviously people started following his methodology. He taught to couple of traders, but unfortunately the essence and the tricks of his trade remain mystery till date. There are many in the market who are encashing the name of W.D. Gann and lure students to teach the methods. But trust me, out of 100, hardly 2 or 3% knows about it and they understand bit of a Gann method and can take a real-time trade based upon his method. So be aware, my friends. And with this, let me put a clear disclaimer that I also don't know, or I don't fall into a category of 2 or 3, since I also don't know much about his actual methods. But yes, what I know and what I have practiced for last few years, I am sharing with you. Now, coming on to a Gann Square of 9. Essentially, it takes a square root of given number and accordingly calculate the pivot levels to trade. I will not go into details for how to calculate the pivots. You may please download from my website waytoprofits.com. Friends, objective of coming into a market is to make money, right? And after few losing hands, people start searching for some holy grail with the help of which they will consistently make profits. And in search of such method, people end up with Gann Square of 9, since W.D. Gann was so famous because of his trade and mystery around him. So in general, people anticipate that let's try with this, and they try their hands on Square of 9 calculator. Few things you need to understand first. Gann Square of 9 is one type of a pivot calculator which gives you a specific levels once you input the data. So it indicates that Gann Square of 9 will never give you a directional view. It will only show you a price points. So there are lot of myths and reality floating around Gann Square of 9. Let me share with you. As I mentioned, if somebody is looking for some holy grail, then the reality is no system or method in the world is 100%. So even Gann Square of 9 is also not an exception to that. By directional view, I mean that I will not tell you whether to buy or to sell or sell any particular stock or security. Now when you don't have a directional view, one has to take his prudent judgment to initiate a call, right? So one thing is clear, that it cannot provide you a mechanical system which gives you a signal of buy or a sell. One may build algo, but based on my experience, it will not serve the purpose. When it comes to adding a prudent judgment, it may differ from person to person. So it is difficult to even backtest the same to see the accuracy, right? So friends, here one thing is very clear, that I am trading Gann Square of 9, then I may trade with a different perspective, you may trade with a different perspective. So it depends on individual to individual. Maybe some prudent algo can be built upon the Gann Square of 9, but I doubt the results will vary from person to person and maybe from algo to algo. So it is little difficult for a system to based upon take such kind of a develop a system based on Gann Square of 9. So myth is Gann Square of 9 is a holy grail for traders. I think the reality is it is not. None of the system in the market is 100% right, not even the Gann Square of 9. Even if we see the history of W.D. Gann, he made millions of rupees and he also go bankrupt, I think, twice. Right? So there is lot of myths floating around this Gann Square of 9. Many people are using a Gann Square of 9 or show you the method to use a Gann Square of 9 calculator, but trust me, nobody has a clear-cut fuse here. Everybody combines one or another method with Gann Square of 9 and they show you the tricks of that. Maybe somebody is adding the double bottom to it or double top to it, but none of the person really knows how Gann Square of 9 was developed. The method is known to everyone, but the crux is known to very few. So here one thing is very it's a half reality. It will indicate you, but one has to add his or own prudent judgment to enter and exit. It works all the time. A reality, sometimes it works to the point like hitting a dart, and sometimes it fails miserably. Now, how to deal with it when we don't have a clear-cut fuse? How to deal with such kind of a problem? So elderly people says that money saved is always a money earned. Gann Square of 9 has its own beauty and applicability. If used in a right manner and perspective, you can turn out to be a profitable trader. At the same time, it has its own limitation. If ignored, you may end up with losses. With my experience, I had recognized few pluses and few minuses of Gann Square of 9, which I have shared with what you should not do while trading with Gann Square of 9. Friends, let me put it very clear. I'm following Gann Square of 9 since from last 2009. I have developed a calculator before Gann Square of 9, then I have developed a calculator for currency, then I have developed a calculator for Gann Square of 9 for a Nifty perspective, then on the stocks perspective. But trust me, my experience with Gann Square of 9 was like every time it amazes me, in the sense that sometimes it hits the dart to the point. Every time it gives you a precise number, and then suddenly it starts not following what you have done. Like earlier, your practice has shown so there is some error. Once you start practicing, you will realize that there is some misses in Gann Square of 9 as well. So if you are interested to know about what are the things you should not do while trading with Gann Square of 9, you have to pay just a small amount to buy this rule book. A rule book is an answer to the most of your queries how to approach market with Gann Square of 9. So to get a copy, you just have to pay a 250 rupees here. If you are interested more, you will get a PDF copy of this rule book which I had followed and which I had developed from last with my own experience. You must be thinking why I am charging much money for this simple rules. It's a very simple rules which I have followed, and I think which has worked for many of the traders now. So why I am charging, friends? Whether you believe or not, there is no free lunch at anywhere. Right? You can see a lot of videos on YouTube, but trust me, 80 to 90% content here is just a waste of time. Most of YouTubers are creating a video without any basic knowledge of the market. They are into the business of making video, whereas I had spent my good number of years studying this. If I give it free to you, then there is no value for you. So friends, if you are really serious and frustrated with Gann Square of 9, then please do message me on info@waytoprofits.com. One thing I can assure you that after reading a rule book, your approach for Gann Square of 9 will change and your profitability will improve. As I said earlier, that money saved is equal to money earned. Maybe with the rule book you'll get a lesser number of trades in compared to Gann Square of 9 pivot calculators which you get online. You'll get a lesser number of trades, but the probability of that trade to hit your target is little high as compared to the previous practices which were followed. And lastly, if you are expecting a holy grail and you think that after paying just rupees 250 my strike rate or profitability will improve to 80 to 100%, then please excuse me. In that case you will surely get disappointed. Why I am saying? Because earlier also I said that there is no holy grail in the market. You have to follow some discipline, follow some rules, and then you'll get a better success rate. But there is nothing which we can call will work as 100% of time. So if you are expecting such kind of 100% result, then I think this is not the platform or this is not the calculator which can work for you. So lastly, goodbye friends. Thank you for watching this video. Next time I will come with a video on Bollinger Band. Thank you. Good day.